Yeah.
And we should be back. Here we go.
Yeah. You know, what's
All right. In theory, everything is fine now. Bit of a technical issue. Sorry about that, guys. My bad. All of that was my fault. I had a technical fuck up on my end. Just completely bonered everything. So
he had a huge boner, guys.
I did.
Yeah, somebody, when we started referencing anime, a slight aneurysm took place, and his like several fluid ounces of liquid brain matter leaked out on his keyboard.
It's what happens every time like I let a little bit of my weebishness comes out. It just kind of destroys the internet for a second. So
that's
I
right.
apologize.
That's absolutely right. 100%.
It broke the Saints.
So, just in case anything like totally screwed up and like we cannot retrieve everything from the beginning of the show, welcome everybody to the YouTube Saints. Our guest, our accidental guest is Anahata with us. Yes, we got this. Accidentary, that's right.
Accidentary.
So just to get to our Streamlabs and everything like that. Crab90 says, "Kill all men. Why stop there? Bring Orn the nukes." That's true. Larry Kubiak with $100 says, "You've reached Larry's Weeb Factory. Press 1 for a funny Weeb music video. Press 2 for a good Weeb music video. Press 3 for a death shot. 4 for miss me with that Weeb shit, Larry. Enough already." All right, guys.
You heard him.
Larry wants to know if you want a funny Weeb video, number 1, good Weeb video, number 2, 3 for death shot, 4 for fuck it, miss all that shit, Larry. And let's see what you
donate
guys
to the Streamlabs to vote.
Yeah, I love Beardy jumping right in. He's like, I don't even give a fuck what the fourth answer is now. I'm gonna vote twice. I'm gonna vote multiple times, like all those scary illegals in Arizona.
Oh God, you're gonna make me drink that fucking garbage again.
The fucking lavender bath bomb liquor that you...
Yep. That's what they're saying. That's what they're all saying. Yep. God damn it.
You got, it's like, democracy
it looks like hairspray.
Even when it doesn't work out the way you want it to.
I swear to God, I fucking hate this shit so much. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I'm just gonna need to go back to my P.O. box and find like a nice aged scotch or bourbon in there. It's like, oh, we're keeping up the tradition of, hey, let's watch Jeff suffer and then pamper Nick a little bit. I like it. I'm not complaining.
Oh man, it is basically nail polish remover. I tried to fancy it up by putting it in the Dan Aykroyd ghost vodka bottle, but no.
It's like, you thought it would like somehow be better if you just gave it a new bottle.
Yeah. All right, but okay. So this shot is to my buddy Ben. Thank you, buddy. Oh, and I blame Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Oh, it's so disgusting. It's so fucking disgusting. I swear to God.
It looks like some kind of fucking body spray I had when I was like 10 years old that came with like that really shitty makeup. And like lip gloss that had way too much glitter in it that was clearly made in Taiwan. Like
you were wearing body spray at 10. That's
yes, most little girls wear body spray at 10.
Actually, now that I've got a 10-year-old myself, and she's getting that preteen like stank. Like, oh my God, kid, what the fuck? Maybe I ought to get her some.
Give her some cotton candy body spray, and she'll.
I'll just pick up a bottle of Febreze. It'll be fine.
Just follow her around the apartment with a bottle of Febreze until she gets the hang of it.
I'll treat her like a sofa. that the family dog is really fond of.
I tell you what, though, it's not that out of character, though. I had that same problem when I was like 10. I was a dirty little kid. Like, I wanted to be rough and tumble, tomboy sort of thing until I got to the point where Yeah, no, the hormones are starting to take over, and BO's a thing now.
I'm trying to figure out a way to blame Roblox myself. I'll get there.
It's 100% Roblox's fault.
No, we gotta. Well, Jeff recovers $10 for Abel's Boogly. Nice shirt, Nick. I still want to chat with you about the new season. That's gonna be a short conversation, dude, because I got halfway through episode 3 and then said, nope, I'm done. Nope,
that's what a lot of people have been saying. They just can't handle it past season, like the episode 3.
The first two episodes of the show were actually pretty good. It was like, hey, this looks like some real Doctor Who shit. This could be a lot of fun. This actress has got chops. I love it. And then episode 3 comes around, and it's like, I'll just say this. It starts out with Rosa Parks getting off the bus when she's told to move, and that's like the big time disruption. But they had it so like everyone on the bus was this crotchety, angry, like racist white person, and the bus driver gets up and pulls a pistol from a leather holster. It's like, okay, UK, we understand. You guys don't really get guns or gun culture or America, but not every individual who puts on a uniform carries a service revolver.
They don't?
I know, right?
So yeah. I'm gonna start rearranging the windows so we can actually do our news here real fast. Yeah. We actually have a really good news mix up for you guys tonight. We're starting to compensate for yon lack a guest, but now we have a guest, so now we can just have much news with said guest.
And there's a tiny little cat climbing on the panda person. Not bad.
That's right. That's a natural state for kitty cats. All right. Jesus Christ. Everybody's gonna give me shit for how many tabs I have open, but you know what? You guys just have to deal with it.
I usually have almost as many tabs as you have open anytime you say that. So
just you wait. Gabby G Wiz says, boop. Thank you for the boop. Love you. You're great. All right, let's get to our first news article of the... Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up night. Here we go. Jewish woman wins court fight to be able to sue neo-Nazi publisher. How do your tabs beat that?
That's so based.
That's
are they like single icons?
Yeah,
no, mine's not that bad.
Mine's pretty bad. The case against the neo-Nazi publisher could proceed to trial on accusations he called for a troll storm against a Jewish woman, a federal judge ruled. Claims by Daily Stormer founder Andrew England that the First Amendment protected his speech were not enough to dismiss the case at this point, the judge said. The lawsuit seeks to hold England liable for using his website to encourage his thousands of readers to contact Tanya Gersh, a realtor in Montana. Most of the messages contained hate-filled anti-Semitic language. Gersh, with the help of the Southern Poverty Law Center, is suing England for invasion of privacy, intentional infliction of emotional distress, and violations of Montana's Anti-Intimidation Act. That suit was filed in April 2017 in the U.S. District Court for Montana.
And Andrew, she's got you dead to rights, bud. Because let's just take a quick time out just to rehash something for the kids in the Jeep seats. You can flail your arms and scream "my free speech" all day, and you were correct. You have that freedom, which is why you weren't arrested when you said the dumb shit that you did.
Right.
But in a civil trial, the job of the other person is to demonstrate that your actions directly correlated to them having a bad time.
Mm-hmm.
You did them injury. So congratulations, you're legally, lawfully protected. Free speech is probably going to fuck you out of every ounce of revenue that your dog shit website makes for you. Golf claps.
England's call for dismissal was rejected first by U.S. Magistrate Judge Jeremiah C. Lynch. Ooh, that's got to be a tough one for him to swallow. And that decision is now supported by Dana L. Christensen, Chief Judge on the U.S. District Court in Missoula. The troll storm began after a dispute between Gersh and fellow Whitefish resident Sherry Spencer. Spencer is the mother of white nationalist Richard Spencer. Gersh became a target for hate after contacting tenants of a building owned by Sherry Spencer, warning them about possible protest over Richard Spencer's views. Anglin wrote about the case in the Daily Stormer, accusing Gersh of extortion. He encouraged his troll army of readers to tell Gersh what they thought of her and posted her personal information and ways to reach her. Gersh and her family were then contacted hundreds of times. She was sent images with her face on the gates of the Nazi Auschwitz death camp. There's a voicemail with the sound of gunshots. There were letters sent to the home she shared with her husband and young son, who also received messages on social media. Lynch ruled against Anglin earlier this year when Anglin argued he wasn't responsible for the messages from readers of his site, that Gersh should be considered a public figure, and that in the end the speech was protected by the First Amendment. He objected to the ruling, sending the case for review, and puts this case closer to a civil trial. The court has thoroughly considered his free speech arguments and finds that a decision for Anglin at this stage would, at minimum, be premature. And it was just a motion to dismissal phase. So here's the thing. We've been talking about this for a long time. A long, long time. And this is going to be an uncomfortable thing to really have to deal with, but we gotta break this down to brass tacks. There's the argument that you are not responsible for your audience. To a certain extent, that is true. To a certain extent, that is absolutely true. If you say a thing, and people then take that thing and decide to act upon that thing, but it is otherwise a neutral statement, even if it's a shitty one, even if you're saying something horrible like, I hate all racial demographic, and somebody was like, well, I was inspired by that and I killed racial demographic, you're not held liable. But if you say, I hate said racial demographic, and you should then do a horrible thing to that racial demographic, you fucked up. You fucked up, because by how the law is interpreted, you can actually get really royally boned. Now, the problem with this is very simple. You can say my free speech as much as you want, but if you are too stupid to understand to stop right before that point, it's your own fucking fault. It's as simple as that. It's really easy to work within the fucking law with this. It really, really is. You can go all the way up to here, and then stop, and you're fine. And then once you go over there, you know that if you go over there, you're going to be fucked. And then if you get fucked, you can't go, you knew better. You knew better.
Yeah, this is it's something that a lot of these want to be like they're advocates for this and that. Yeah, they don't really have a solid understanding. All they know is that there's a First Amendment that says that they're free to say what they want. This is true. That means you will not be prosecuted for the shit that you say unless it meets certain criteria. Right. But when it comes to fucking civil cases, that's called preponderance of evidence. All that means is that a judge or jury needs to hear the arguments laid out, and the arguments need to basically state that this person's actions caused me harm in these verifiable and observable ways.
Right.
Your speech is still perfectly fucking protected. It's just that the consequences of the actions which came about as a result of them fuck you out of your bank account. So, I'd say it's time to move back in with the parents, but let's be honest, like the storm fags aren't exactly out there killing it too much, are they?
Well, you're just asking for our channel to get brigaded, aren't you?
Well, there's worse people you could piss off. But all the same, it is kind of.
If they want to brigade the channel again, I'll absolutely come at me, bro.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'll say this much though, even aside from like the fact that I don't like that kid or any of his bullshit or any of his retarded fucking followers, I am glad that this sort of shit is going through civil processes, that it's not resulting in calls for like speech codes, that the fight isn't breaking down to we need to eliminate hate speech. It's like, if you want to eliminate harmful speech that like actually fucks people up, this is how you do it. It's the American way. You sue the living shit out of whoever did you wrong, take everything they have, and then do a victory.
Yeah, take it from us in New England. Sue them for everything that they're worth.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
That's how you don't get sued, is not be worth anything.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I got that down pat.
Stop the ass kissing with you.
I had a publisher one time was like, if you're not allowed to write for this other website, You got to keep writing our clickbait shit because you signed a contract. I'm like, yeah, about that rocket lawyer contract.
All right.
Feel free to sue me.
What you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Huh?
What are you gonna
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? You gonna come and take my laptop?
Some super chats. Jables Boogly says, "Don't forget there is a meteor shower this weekend." Indeed, there is indeed.
Oh.
Rhino says,
Can we actually see it up here?
Here, I don't know actually. Give me a sound test again, real quick, Anna.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta turn you down again. Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a standard thing in the Northeast, though. It's like,
There you go.
you know, we'll have clear skies any night that it means that it can be freezing cold. But if there's something cool happening, well, that's when the weather decides, I'm gonna give you a nice little cloud cover.
Yeah, I'm wondering how can I see the meteor shower? Is it the Leonids meteors? When and where to see them? So if you go to timeanddate.com/astronomy/meteor-shower, I'll put it in the chat too. It will actually it'll give you the idea of when exactly you're going to be able to see the peak. So
Well, it also depends on whether or not it's cloudy as fuck up here, which if it's
also,
this week.
Right.
Yeah, and I live in this city, so
yeah.
I live in Connecticut suburbs. It's very
It is actually going to be it'll be visible where I'm at tomorrow night, Saturday into Sunday. And then they'll be there. So that's the Leonids, and then the Geminids are going to be in mid-December. So there you go. So also on top of that, we got Rhino says your friend can't fix your car unless they're mechanics. Your parents can't diagnose cancer unless they're oncologists. Help those depressed people in your life find professional help. R.I.P. Andy Lee. I don't know who Andy Lee is though. Call of the Deep on Twitter is what he's saying. Call of the Deep. Why does that sound familiar?
Probably came across it once or twice. I can't recall a time I interacted with him, but I mean, it always sucks when you hear about somebody offing themselves.
Oh no.
Generally, yes.
Okay, I guess Call of the Deep on Twitter. Yeah, I guess, but I don't know who he is, so I'm trying to find this out.
Yeah, so I did see Rhino. Rhino did put a video out on his own channel.
Oh God,
addressing that.
Okay, at Call of the Deep, very last tweet. I'm sorry to anyone who has outstanding commissions. I'm afraid I won't be able to finish them on account of being dead. But I loved working with every one of you, and I'm glad I got to play a small part in bringing your characters to life.
Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Oh.
Actually, now that I recall, I think I saw one today. I think I saw one of Andy's pieces today. It was of Dankula, and I think it was for the Dick Show, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that was the one. I'm pretty sure. I mean, he was a hell of an artist. You know, rest in peace, friend.
Yeah, really incredible artist too. At Call of the Deep.
Guys, from somebody who was a psychology student, if any sort of like suicidal thought comes into your brain, talk to someone. Anyone. Literally anyone. Doesn't have to be a professional. Find somebody that you can trust that's not going to judge you for feeling like shit and fucking just talk to them, please.
Man, that's brutal. Good artist. Really good artist. Whew. Man. Well, all right. Well, thanks for bringing us down there, Rhino. It's cool.
Thanks, Rhino.
Hey, F to pay respects, though. F to pay respects.
Yeah, and also, if you haven't already, I mean, it's not like we're going to do the same thing we did for Stefan Carlson, but maybe, I don't know, maybe go follow the Twitter account. Just as a, sign of respect, maybe, appreciate some of the art posted.
Hey, just go look at it. Go look at the art. Yeah. It's good art. It's good art.
That's it. Yeah, and that there are worse legacies to leave behind. Not to, lighten the load of this situation at all, but we do have the art. We can appreciate that. It's always worth looking at.
Jables Bogley says incitement of violence is considered an action, not speech. Very true. Very true. And that is a very important distinction. November Mine says nipple missiles from the sky. Nipple missiles.
Nipple missiles.
Nipple missiles.
That sounds like a band name right there.
All right, look. So I've had I've had a lot of people kill themselves on me over the years. A lot. Like a whole lot. Some that you kind of saw coming, you know, you kind of expected at some point it was going to happen, and then some just happened like out of the blue. It never stops being shocking. It never stops being abrupt and completely off-putting. What I will say is there is nothing more magnificent, nothing more wonder-filled than human life. Every single person on this planet has the most advanced machine ever in the known universe so far. The human brain is the most complex and beautiful and impossible machine that has ever been conceived of in the known universe. It is a wonder. It's a miracle. It is a fucking miracle. It's a marvel of biology. You exist. Every single one of you out there exists right now with a fucking miracle inside your skull, and you don't even know it. The problem is that this miracle can sometimes play horrible tricks on you, and life can be hard, and life can be shitty. But in no small part should you ever forget the fact that you and yourself and who you are as a person is in part of this great cosmic fucking miracle. And that alone is enough reason to try and experience as much as you can. Life sucks, man. Life is hard. Life is full of pain, it's full of anguish, it's full of agony. But life is also full of wonder. And I would rather live 1,000 years in pure agony than feel nothing at all. Because it's a miracle. It's life.
And if uplifting isn't your speed, if you're the kind of person who genuinely fucking hates life, hates the fucking universe, hates everything about it, just get stubborn. Realize that like not just is it the easy way out as people oftentimes like to deride it as, but moreover than that son of a bitch universe who made everything goddamn terrible, you're gonna go and do its work for it. Fuck that. It's gonna get around to it. Make it fucking work for it.
That's
Drag
right.
it out as long as possible.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Don't you
Spite
give it the
is
satisfaction.
a perfectly cromulent reason to live.
Yeah. Fuck you, universe. Fuck you. I'm not gonna give you the
Spite is
satisfaction.
a perfectly good reason to
You
live.
fucking prick. I'm gonna live despite you, fucking asshole.
That's what I decided. It was a very long time ago where I wanted to actually legitimately kill myself, and then I decided, no, fuck it, fuck you guys, no, I'm staying.
Spite is a powerful emotion. I'd say it's right up there with true love in terms of like how long I'm capable of feeling it.
Yeah, if you can't live for being the miracle that you are, live for being an obstinate ass. That could be fun too, man. Yeah.
Be in everybody else's way.
Man, I'm totally ready to fucking just check out right now, but I don't feel like I've made this universe terrible enough.
Larry says,
It's the same reason, I never wanted kids, but if I ever did have kids, it was just so another adult would have to deal with that.
Larry says, I'll live out of spite. Suck my dick, life.
There you go.
No.
Suck my cock, life. Fuck you.
Pinkies up, dudes, and R.I.P. and pepperonis. R.I.P. and pepperonis. Call of the deep. All right. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. Some life may end, but the rest of life moves on, and we're gonna move on to our next article.
Yeah, this one I really like. I mean,
good, you're reading it.
It's not a happy story, but it's interesting, and he had a good long life. Irv Gordon, who drove his 1966 Volvo over 3 million miles, is dead at 78. And that's a nice fucking car too.
That is
That's not what I think. That is not what I think of when I think of a Volvo. But yeah, Irv Gordon, a New York school teacher who became world famous for driving his 66 Volvo 1800S over 3 million miles, died on Thursday at the age of 78.
Mm-hmm.
Long Islander was traveling in China at the time of his death. Gordon has been a cult hero among
Stop the
Volvo
ass
fans for
kissing
decades,
with
and
you.
that's kind of a culty fucking car following too. Volvo people, they're not as bad as Subaru people, but they very much love their Volvos.
Subaru has a following?
Subi kids, yeah, that's a
Oh
fucking
yeah,
cult.
Subi kids are a thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now he set the world record for the most miles driven by a car's original owner in 1998 when his red coupe broke the 1.69 million mile mark. Motherfucker, I'll be like looking at Honda Civics, thinking to myself like, I'm not getting anything over 250,000. Fucking 1.69 million mile Volvo. And and it's thanks to his 125-mile daily commute and frequent road trips. The odometer hit 2 million in 2002 and then 3 million while he was driving through Alaska in 2013. Gordon took the car to all 49 of the continental United States and across Europe, but he never made it to Hawaii. He religiously maintained the car and only had the engine rebuilt twice, which that's still fucking astonishing.
Yeah.
3 million miles. You only needed 2 engine rebuilds. The last time was in 2011. It had over 3.4 million miles on it when he showed up at the Volvo Club of America's annual meetup in Vermont this past September, according to Hemmings. In his later years, Gordon regularly teamed up with Volvo for events and became a promotional partner of Castrol Oil, which he said was the only brand he'd ever used. He once told the New York Post that he offered to sell the car back to Volvo for $1 per mile. Fucking genius. But they didn't take him up on it. Gordon's daughter Danielle posted to Facebook from her home in Argentina that he'd messaged her the night before his death and said he was having the time of his life. She added that she wasn't very involved in his day-to-day life, however, and was asking his friends for help in finding a lawyer to help deal with his legal affairs. I for one, hope she takes up the Volvo and keeps it running.
I hope so too.
Yeah, that car remaining running, functional, and on the road is like possibly like one of the greatest legacies I've ever heard of.
This is pretty incredible. A man in his fucking car, man. And of course it's a German car. Of course it is.
The superior German engineering.
There is a thing, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the thing with like Mercedes, but when you get over, for every 100,000 miles of the Mercedes, you can take it into a dealership and they'll give you a fucking emblem to stick on your grill. And so,
that's what those badges are. Then.
That's what those things are. Those are for every 100,000 miles. So every now and then, like, if you really pay attention, you'll see like an old Mercedes, and it'll have like 5, 6, maybe 7 of those fucking emblems. That's how many 100,000 miles that car has been maintained and is still fucking running.
Okay, now when I see those, I'm like, because you know what bothers me though, there's some kids out there though that are just smacking them on their grills on their own, but
sure. Yeah, I just realized we don't have the Streamlabs link in this right now. Let me fix that real quick.
Yeah, sorry. But I mean, shit. Now, whenever I see those, though, I'm definitely gonna like stop and take stock and be like, well, shit.
Everybody that wants the Streamlabs link, if you haven't already seen it, it's streamlabs.com/YouTube Saints and the numeral 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
For the YouTube, for our YouTube ones are always YouTube Saints 1, and Twitch is
just YouTube.
Has just the YouTube Saints, yeah. And also, if you refresh the page now, the description should be updated with that. Sorry about that. That was all my screw up earlier, and I screwed up the whole fucking beginning of the show.
Broke it, Jeffrey.
No, we need to Photoshop a little bit of goatee beardness onto Irv there, though, because in that one picture at the top, the one right at the top there, I don't know why, but for just a moment, I'm like, this is an echo from the future of like John Wick happily retiring at last.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see that.
a little bit. Yeah,
I see that.
Just stick the Keanu John Wick head on there, and it'll look just fine.
Yeah.
Or actually, just don't do that, and pinkies up to Irv for keeping it going through. I mean, I'm curious how many fucking tires that thing has went through.
Oh,
Like,
I'm sure a bajillion.
Oh, a lot.
A bajillion, man.
Especially if
Yeah.
you properly maintain them shits, like a lot.
All right. So, Addy Monster, I'm late and I come in and you guys are speaking directly to my heart. I fucking love you guys. I just caught the whole spiel. Thank you, thank you. Well, thank you and glad to see you here, Addy. Crab90. Hello, Addy. Crab90 says, serious face. Nick, that's actually some great advice. I also, my own down moments, and I justify life by accepting that death will come for me on its own time. So that everyone watching, if there's just one reason to keep living, it's curiosity. And that's a good one, too.
I thought you were gonna end that by saying, like, if there's one reason to keep on living, it's because you're gonna die anyway.
Yeah, and why rush it?
I mean, eventually, yeah.
Curiosity is a great one. That's a really great one. You know, I think curiosity is an element that not enough people really appreciate these days. You know, because it reminds me of Star Trek. You know, because the whole notion of Star Trek is just all about curiosity and exploration.
I mean, they boldly go where no man has never. Like that's just humanity's innate curiosity right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, this is feeling a little strange though. It's like we never discussed Star Trek on the show.
Oh, I know.
What the fuck?
It's virgin territory. It's virgin territory.
I will say,
it's Magog. Magog's on.
An interesting point. Hey, what's up, Magogger? One interesting point, like you ever like one of my favorite came from the old Max cartoon, and I believe it was in the comic too, where the young girl who was Mr. Gon's daughter is like searching for her spirit animal, and she's sitting out being grumpy and lonely and angsty, and then this like glossy motivational poster keeps flashing in her head. And her first reaction is like when she realizes that that's the sign for her is, oh God, no, please, not that. Don't make it that. And it's like, oh, sometimes, yeah, you get like, sometimes you'll hear something or see something that is in the most like trite and pathetic like fashion you can think of. And I remember one for me was there was a movie, The Air I Breathe, and it was a line delivered by Brendan Fraser. In the film, he plays a dude with like Jedi-like psychic powers, where he could see what's gonna happen.
Wait. It's a Brendan Fraser movie where he has precognitive abilities.
Yeah.
Darkly Noon.
And he's no. The Air I Breathe.
Oh, the air. The Air I Breathe. Okay.
Yeah. And there's there's just this part where he gets fucked up and he loses the power. Spoiler alert for anybody who failed to see the film, which came out in 2008. But yeah, and then there's just this line where he's super excited that he lost his powers because he says, "Today is a brand new day, and I have absolutely no idea what it will bring."
In 2008, I was drunk and playing World of Warcraft. I have no idea what you're talking about.
That was just a good line. I like that line.
I was just gonna say the best Brendan Fraser movie of all time is Darkly Noon.
Brendan Fraser movie is George of the Jungle.
No. Darkly Noon is all about a very disturbed young man named Darkly who murders his family and wraps his body in fucking barbed wire and starts going on a fucking crazy psychopathic.
I don't know if I can take Brendan Fraser seriously in a role like that.
Oh my god, it's so good. He's such a fucking psycho. He's so good in it.
It sounds amazing. It sounds right up my fucking alley as far as movies go.
He's a really good actor in it, and he's like obsessed with this chick, and he already murdered his mom and his dad, but now he's talking to their ghosts, and he's wrapped in fucking barbed wire with a machete covered in blood. And like you're like, is this Brendan Fraser? What the fuck? And it's so good.
What was it called?
Darkly Noon. I think it's actually called The Passion of Darkly Noon or something like that.
Okay.
I have to check that out now.
It's really fucking good, dude. It's amazing. Like
that sounds right up my fucking alley.
Brendan Fraser can actually do very dramatic roles. He was actually really, really fucking good, but he got typecast.
No, in the air, in the film that other film I mentioned, in The Air I Breathe, like he didn't have a very dynamic character, but when you catch Encino Man playing a brooding and violent mob enforcer, and he's doing it believably, I like that shit. I like when you see somebody who's never really been given a chance to get out of their element.
Encino Man?
Yeah. Brendan Fraser was Encino Man. where Pauly Shore and
Early
Sam
2000s?
But
and Samwise.
Brandon Fraser didn't play a mob. He played a caveman.
No. He played the mob guy in The Air I Breathe. In The Air I Breathe.
Okay, all right, that's different.
I was about to say, like, are you like drunk? Because
I just want somebody to recut. I really want to see people recut scenes from Lord of the Rings now with audio from Encino Man, where Samwise Gamgee is having to speak to Pauly Shore's Frodo.
I can make that happen.
Oh my god, that sounds actually really good. Addy Monster says, for perspective, the average daily driven car lasts about 130,000 miles from new. Also, Volvo is Swedish. Is it really? I thought it was German for some reason. When I was a technician, I changed the battery on a diesel Benz that had 550,000 miles on the clock and not a spot of rust. Damn Cali cars. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, weird. Yeah. I'm past 3 sheets to the wind. No, I'm at about 2 sheets to the wind right now. I'm not at 3 yet. Oh my god.
Yeah, Volvo is in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Gothenburg, Sweden. Isn't that weird? Okay, anyway. So, oh, wow. This is fucking crazy. This is a fucked up article. What the fuck is this, Nick?
Well, the article, if you actually go to the tweet, which I sent as the original post, this is where it actually starts out, and you can actually, like, see some of it.
Should we look at the tweet first?
Let's look at the tweet, and there's a video attached to it. We'll do the fair use thing to it.
Kansas City officials poured bleach on food meant for people who are homeless rather than let a community organization serve food without a permit.
I saw, like, a brief mention of this.
I'm just gonna mute it, and, like,
yeah.
We'll just kind of talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Magaga Morsker says, did you see my response video to Hemlock Moonwolf trying to cast magic revenge on me? I did. I saw it.
It was good.
I was in the other room when Hemlock saw it, and I have never heard more expletives than I have that day. That was he was very upset. He was very upset.
Quite angry.
I was mentioned in that video, and I did think that it'd be fun to bring some some real Jew magic to bear, just in as far as that my response to Magog, for that clever but still barbed joke, would naturally be I'd have to call up Benjamin Netanyahu and George Soros, and then have all of your funds liquidated and have your state's economy impoverished. You know, real Jew magic.
Right.
But I decided.
Super Jew.
I felt lazy.
Jew.
So the economy of Morskar can continue for now.
Okay. So now this is basically announcing people who are like, yeah, they poured bleach all over some food, but I have a bunch of food that's safe in my car, and so I'm
that's. I mean, this is what I mean. So the article runs down that health inspectors in Missouri shut down large food giveaways meant to feed the homeless in Kansas City parks across the city last week, trashing and bleaching some of the food to render it inedible. The action prompted an outcry from groups across the political spectrum because, let's be honest, you need to be a very special type of irredeemable cuntbag if you think like denying food to the homeless or bleaching otherwise perfectly edible food in a city where there are hungry people is in any way okay. But this week,
as somebody who used to be a homeless, please don't. Please go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Now,
I was homeless for a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this week the city appears to have changed course, probably because, there's 2 Kansas cities at least, and I'm sure one of them doesn't want to be mistaken for this one anymore. Health officials did not interrupt the food giveaways that had been organized by a local volunteer group on Sunday. Everybody was ready to stand up for themselves. Nellie McCool, a volunteer with Free Hot Soup Kansas City, told the Star, "We're prepared to face the law." This is some good activism, too. If you're going to take a stand for something, feeding hungry people is definitely worth it. The conflict occurred on November 4th when inspectors descended on the picnics that Free Hot Soup Kansas City organizes at parks across the city every week. It looked ugly, the Star reported last week. home-cooked chili, stacks of foil-wrapped sandwiches, vats of soup, and another food prepared by volunteers with Free Hot Soup Kansas City were dumped in bags and soaked with bleach to make sure no one went back to try and recover it. The city health department said at the time it had received multiple complaints about the gatherings and said that the events were not properly permitted. So thank you to the Kansas City Karen Association for deciding that they needed to reach out to
Thanks,
management.
Karens. Thanks, Karen, so much. Karens all over the world. Thank you so much, Karens.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see this, but I am doing it as hard as I can.
Now, the group organizes volunteers to prepare food at homes and transports the food in personal vehicles to serving locations. It said the food is not kept at required temperature for food safety. Fucking suck a dick.
Yeah.
It said that Free Hot Soup chose not to obtain required permitting to follow safe food handling practices. Listen, it's better that these people starve than to risk a slight, infection from someone's home-cooked chili. Fuck off. Kansas City Director of Health Rex Archer. Jesus Christ, dude, you missed your calling. You're supposed to be like a bawdy 70s super spy, don't you know? Told the Star that homeless people face a danger of foodborne illnesses, blah, blah. Yeah, well, they're also facing a danger of freezing to death and starving, and I don't see you doing too much about that, Rex. To us, that's discrimination. Group Administrator Shelby Miche, 38, told the Washington Post, it's like saying there's a problem, we want to sweep it under the rug and get rid of it. These are human beings, and they deserve to be heard and seen, and fucking fed. But now they're getting fed. Eric Garbison of the Cherith Brook Catholic Worker House told the Star that this amounted to a criminalization of people who are homeless and the people who support them. He said connected to the crackdown on other picnics and other enforcement aimed at the homeless population, such as banning shopping carts and street-side panhandling. Yeah, give it, like, watch how quick. Pretty soon they're going to start putting up those little spikes because they don't want their beautiful underpasses marred by human suffering that the good people in their crossover SUVs will have to see on their way to fucking Whole Foods. The city did not arrest or give citations. Guys are lucky you didn't do that. The group was started in 2015 with a mission of providing meals cooked by volunteers to homeless people throughout the city. It has grown to include other services, but remains an all-volunteer group in the hundreds that distributes food multiple times a week. That sounds like a really nice, way to spend an afternoon, actually.
Okay, where is the Kansas City? This is Kansas City.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Okay, I'm about to say which Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri. Okay. Okay.
It's
Missouri.
Sunday afternoon picnics, as they're called, which take place at 4 parks in the city, are the biggest event of the week. But health inspectors knew where to find the group after monitoring its social media feeds, according to the Star. The city officials showed up with police at all 4 locations in what seemed to be a coordinated sting. The complaints that had spurred the city into action had come to the health department from a local neighborhood group. Oh. You can always count on those fucking...
Okay, so what I'm hearing is we need to start killing yuppies.
All right.
Let's feed the yuppies to the homeless.
We need to start just smashing yuppies.
This is something that bothers me a whole fucking lot. This gets me on a very visceral and gnarly fucking scale. I've known lots of traveling kids. I've known lots of homeless people. I've known lots of people who had a lot of trouble. They didn't have any other way to fucking feed themselves but to desperately try and take whatever assistance they actually could. We had a problem here in Eugene for a while. We had this sport, a fucking sport that was happening. Now, here's the thing. In Eugene, it's not a big city. It's mostly because of a college. And the majority of the crime that happens in this city is down by campus. It's not actually in the ghettos. It's not in the poor areas. It's in the fucking campus because college kids are pieces of shit. But we also have a huge portion of homeless people who like to camp down by the river. Down by the river! And the thing about this is for a while, for a couple of years, we had these fucking scumbags, these piece of shit fucking college kids that had a game. It was a game, and they would go down to the river in packs, and they would beat the shit out of a bunch of homeless people for fun. And like 3 of them died. They beat them to death in their sleeping bags down by the river.
Nobody got charged with murder?
Nobody knew who the fuck it was.
Well,
But
you guys
they
remember-
saw a bunch of dudes in fucking tracksuits running away from the fucking river, but they never ID'd them. Nobody
Well, you
ever got
remember-
fucking charged. Because here's the thing. Hey, Mr. Police Officer Man. Hey, Mr. Civil Servant who's getting paid by the tax dollars. How about you take the time out of your day trying to investigate all of the other crimes that are happening in the city to try and find out this nameless man who has no fucking family, no prospects, no nothing, otherwise a drag on society. How about you investigate him being beaten to death? Well, can't really say it's our highest priority. So unfortunately, the vicious fucking murderers of homeless people were ultimately scot-free. Somewhere out there in the fucking world right now are probably some business professional, yuppie ass, polo shirt wearing pressed pant motherfuckers who beat homeless people to death. Never saw fucking justice. Never fucking did. That's what it can be like on the fucking streets. I get it. I get it.
Absolutely.
They're an eyesore. I get it. They stink and they smell and they make you feel uncomfortable. They make you feel really just maybe not safe being around them. I get that feeling. I understand. They're still human fucking beings. They're still fucking human beings. And I'm so
bum fights.
I'm so sick of fucked up city policies thinking that all we need to do is just make things uncomfortable and they'll leave. No, they won't. They're not going to leave. They don't have anywhere to fucking go. Where the fuck are they going to go?
I'm kind of glad that the town that I live in, like, we at least tried to do something for our homeless people during the winter. Like, during the winter, they have a place to go.
Oh, my God.
They absolutely have a guaranteed place to go. During the summer, though, they're kind of on their own. But at the same time, like, if you're hanging out on the side of the road in Wallingford, nobody really cares. Most people do that anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
And in Connecticut, like, if you're gonna, like, try and beat up on somebody, like, good luck beating up on a homeless person in Connecticut, because you might get stabbed. Like,
yeah,
good.
It's fortunately not that bad here, but I remember like years ago there was a series of videos coming out, bum fights, and it was these fucking
I remember bum fight.
Yeah, pathetic little like Twinkie little rich kids, right? They thought it was fucking hilarious to like they'd roll up in a van and just jump out and they'd throw a net over some like homeless dude and drag him into the van and fucking terrorize him, acting like, oh, we caught a wild animal in this funny.
Well, they were getting paid.
Oh no,
the homeless guys were getting paid.
No, they paid him to fight each other. They paid him to get tattoos and shit on their faces, and then they'd intercut that with them hanging on their fucking dad's boat. But the kind of attitude people have towards that shit, I mean, here in New Hampshire, right? We had there was a home like. New Hampshire's funny because if you come here, the state wants to do everything in its power to get you to think that like this is just a place where wealthy old white people live, and we all collect fucking
moose, it's the second best place to live according to most polls.
Moose fucking statuettes made out of fucking pine cones, and have you maple syrup, and oh, everything closes at 8. Isn't it fucking lovely? The thing that they don't talk about is because, yeah, low tax burden, everything else, it costs an arm and a leg. It's almost impossible to fucking live here.
Right.
So we get increasing numbers of homeless people. And they actually
it's slightly cheaper to live in New Hampshire than it is in Connecticut.
And they started constructing tent cities. And they actually had state police go and roust one of these tent cities up for the sole purpose, for the sole reason that people from Bedford, the wealthy town next door who own most of what's in this town, they didn't like it when they were driving along the highway and they'd have to see these homeless people with their tents along their commute, their otherwise flawless view commute. And I think this is part of the fucking disconnect. I honestly think more people need to spend time in abject poverty at some point in their lives.
I agree.
Just so they can actually fucking learn to appreciate, if nothing else,
just so you get some
basic
kind of
fucking humanity. The basic fucking humanity that goes into this shit. Because I mean, there's a dude down on the corner across the street from the bar that I tend to frequent, my music hall, and I know it's cold as fuck, and I know he's sitting out there tonight. So when this show is done, I plan to go get a drink, but at the same time, I'm gonna bring half of what remains of my tortellini shrimp and scallop broccoli mornay pasta madness.
So like, hey dude, you want some?
I'm gonna be like, I made this. Don't tell the health inspector. He might come and pour bleach on it. Have a good night.
There you go.
I'm not actually going to say that because he won't understand and it might terrify him and be like, wait, did he say he put bleach in this?
Did he pour bleach on my food? What the fuck?
Perfectly good.
Like, I know every single time I come up to hang out with you and we go by, we say hello to everybody that's hanging out on the side. Just kind of, acknowledge them as human beings, as people often don't. I know that here, the homeless problem probably isn't nearly as bad. except for in certain areas of Connecticut. But at least Connecticut is virtue signally and left enough to try and make sure these people are somewhat taken care of.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we look bad.
All right, so Giovanna Liviana says, I have 2 of those Wizard of Cause t-shirts. Bam, bam. Everyone should have at least one. Not you. I'm wearing your shirt, you fuck. Annie
I
Monster
have
says,
one. I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah.
No, I thought she was trying to say she has 2 TARDIS shirts.
No, because my shirt's amazing.
Oh, it is.
Fuck you. Fuck your SJW shirt. Addy Monster says, now this is fucking cancer, so I'm a little skeptical, but I'm Googling as hard as I can. I can't debunk this from any angle. Kill all yuppies. I'm not an SJW, but if you ever need evidence of privilege, well, here we are. Too true.
No, kill all yuppies. That is the ultimate punk rock statement. Kill all yuppies right now.
It's American to kill all the infidels. I mean, yuppies. Citron says, you are a special kind of shitbag to do this. Agreed. And Crab90 says, what I don't understand is why people have to try and sabotage other people's efforts, whatever's going on. If you don't like what someone else is doing, you don't have to participate. Why try and interfere or sabotage someone else's efforts? I agree, dude.
Exactly.
Let's just keep in mind, too, the people who were complaining, the neighborhood association that complained, they're undoubtedly the same kind of people who were complaining about that little boy and his ducks. And you know what? That boy's got his ducks. Fuck you, neighborhood associations. This is 2-0.
Dylan's
2-0.
Dylan's ducks fucking militia represent. Fuck you. Let the kid have his fucking ducks, you fucking cunts.
And let the homeless people have some chili.
Yeah, that too. All right, let's get to our next one. You're gonna have to read this one too because I gotta pee like a fucking wizard. There we go.
This one will blast her, and it does actually kind of touch on a little bit like the previous item. Now, you guys have probably heard about this from Philly D or a number of others, but yeah, arrests in the GoFundMe homeless Good Samaritan scam show the perils of crowdfunding.
It's the final countdown?
I guess so. So if you guys are unfamiliar, this handsome young New Jersey couple supposedly got help from a homeless man, or no, the girl got help from the homeless guy supposedly when she was out of gas, and he gave her his last $20, and then she went and set a whole GoFundMe campaign up to help him out, and then things just started to get a little fucking weird.
Oh, it's that one.
That one, yeah.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so what I mean, they pulled in over $400,000, and initially, like, first it was like, oh, isn't that great? And then the first scandal sort of arose when accusations that they hadn't been actually paying us out to the homeless guy himself and were instead enriching themselves came out. Then it came out that this homeless guy was supposedly a junkie who was wasting the money that they got him on Smack. But went back and forth, and police eventually went and actually raided the home of the couple themselves and took their Beamer away, as well as load boxes of other shit. Following this, though, everyone thought it was a cut and dry deal, and now we've come to learn that the entire thing was one big coordinated scam between all 3 of them. So the article goes, they've been used to help cancer victims, people in danger of losing their homes, businesses trying to stay afloat, and communities trying to rebuild, as well as hopefully young men trying to build buses. Charges Thursday against a New Jersey couple and a homeless man whose ostensibly heartwarming encounter led to a $400,000 haul in GoFundMe show how hard it can be to differentiate real people in need from those motivated by greed. The case against the trio is crazy, said Adrian Gonzalez, founder of the watchdog website GoFraudMe, and it highlights the risks of giving to crowdfunding sites.
Really?
That's clever. Not bad.
Okay.
Stephanie Calabas, an analyst for Charity Watch in Chicago, called the case a perfect example of the inherent risks and weaknesses of giving over a crowdfunding site. The couple, Mark D'Amico and Kate McClure, 28 and 39 respectively, melted hearts across the country when they described an encounter McClure had with a homeless Marine veteran named Johnny Bobbitt Jr.
Johnny Bobbitt Jr. Okay. All right.
McClure said she had run out of gas near the interstate in Philadelphia and that Bobbitt trudged to a service station and spent his last $20 so she could make her way home. The couple launched a GoFundMe campaign last November called Paying It Forward, looking to raise $10,000 to rent Bobbitt an apartment and a car. Their plea went viral, and within a month, more than 14,000 people had donated a total of $402,706 to the cause. But the, quote, entire campaign was predicated on a lie, Burlington County prosecutor Scott Kafina said Thursday. The scheme fell apart after Bobbitt and his lawyers complained publicly that the couple was hoarding the money and that he'd only received $75,000 from the fundraising haul. Lawyers for the couple said that they were withholding the money because they were concerned Bobbitt would spend it on drugs. In reality, prosecutors say the money was gone because D'Amico and McClure had spent and gambled the cash away within months. Investigators then discovered their tale of Bobbitt's heroism was a fantasy designed to garner 15 minutes of fame and tug on public sympathies. The trio came close to getting away with it, too. Police only started investigating Bobbitt.
I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you damn kids.
Well, Bobbitt just, apparently, police began investigating after Bobbitt complained that he was not getting his cut. A spokesman for GoFundMe, Bobby Withorn, said in a statement that while this type of behavior by an individual is extremely rare, it's unacceptable and clearly has consequences. Now, the company estimates that campaigns with misuse on its platform make up less than 0.1% of all campaigns, but charity watchdogs are skeptical of that figure and said the New Jersey case shows how easy it is to game the system. D'Amico and McClure posted numerous phony updates on their petition in a bid to increase donations. And yeah, the article goes on. We don't have to read the entire thing, but a couple points that I'm actually going to steal these straight from Philly D. Thank you, Phil, for finding them out. Look at that. Yeah, that's an honest link. You can use that. Yeah, I'm not that money goes straight to booze and electric bills.
Yep,
that's it.
It does. It does. It absolutely does. Booze and electric bills.
Now, one of the ways though in which they really came down, in addition to Mr. Homeless Bobbitt man complaining about getting his cut publicly and through the courts, was also that McClure, good old Kate McClure, good old blondie there. Well, she apparently sent a text message to her friend within minutes of the campaign going live, outright saying, "No, this is all a lie. This is all a fraud." A time-stamped admission
McClure?
of guilt. Oh?
No.
There's that boy.
Get it? McClure.
I do. I just didn't know if it was going this elsewhere, but yeah.
Anyway.
I'm Troy McClure. But yeah, so, I mean, it can be easy to look at this and be like, oh, there's nothing fucking sacred. How the fuck... How am I ever going to feel comfortable giving to like a charitable effort again? This and that and this and that and the other thing. Here's the nice thing about it is these fuckers got caught. Yeah. And now they're all going to have to eat several years, untold buckets of shit, for being such scumbags.
Probably prison time too. As well. You know, one can hope. Eddie Monster says, this scam is why good people don't give to the homeless. These fucks make every good Samaritan second guess that dollar. I get to spend it on booze or drugs. Maybe I just won't. Answer, buy them a sandwich. Bring them water and socks or a blanket. And okay, so I've had several instances where I did bring a homeless guy food. And he was he got pissed. He wanted money. Because he wanted booze. He wanted booze because he just wanted to, forget for a night and that sort of thing. So, for a while, I didn't really give homeless people, necessarily, a dollar or whatever. Yeah, I was I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it anymore. But at the same time, there are some of those people out there. There was this kid. He had made a makeshift... he made a stick with some fishing line and a can. He made a makeshift fishing rod. And he had a sign that said, I'm not going to lie, I just want to get drunk. I gave that kid $20. There you go. Yeah, no, I get it, man. You're cold. You're irritated.
Life sucks, but you're not.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll still give somebody $1 even if I am 100% convinced they're going to go buy drugs with it. Because you know what? Those people are dealing with the most skin-crawling fucking withdrawals.
Yep.
And being homeless on top of dealing with some of the worst fucking withdrawals, whether that be from booze or up here in New England, most often opiates. Yeah, being homeless and dealing with that kind of withdrawals at the same time, Like, they
pretty
probably rather kill themselves than have to deal with that.
Magog is saying...
So, you know what? Have a buck. Like, I don't care if you go get a bundle with it, as long as you don't feel like shit at the end of the day. I don't care.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Like, it's a buck, I got an extra buck. Who gives a fuck? Magog says, let's all call the Jew Saint Nick for the festive holiday season. Can we decorate Nick like a Christmas tree? We'll call him our Christmas Jew. I think that'd be good.
Who wants to donate money so that I can go up to New Hampshire for Christmas and just get him drunk enough where he isn't paying attention, so I can like just put lights around him?
Yeah, decorate him like a
better
tree.
Idea.
And put just like a star on top of his head.
Eddie Monster says,
you'll be the Christmas tree.
Deck me up like a Festivus pole.
There you go.
Eddie Monster says, you know what? You got me. I never thought of it that way. I think you swayed Eddie with your diatribe there, Anna. Should we do our rocket launcher story next, Nick?
Rocket launchers?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let's do this one. All right. This comes from Raw Story. Authorities find a rocket launcher and pipe bombs during massive Florida white supremacist sting. Ooh, this hails back to our first article that we had tonight.
All right, I was excited for rocket launchers, and then these are white supremacists like, nope, I'm out.
39 members of the United Aryan Brotherhood and Unforgiven neo-Nazi groups were arrested in Florida drug trafficking sting, and one had functional pipe bombs in his home. Tampa's of course it's Florida. Florida man story, guys. Tampa's
Florida man strikes again.
WFTS-TV reported that the multi-agency sting, codenamed Operation Blackjack, a 3-year-long investigation, led to the seizure of more than 110 illegal firearms, a rocket launcher, and 2 pipe bombs from individuals mostly based in Pasco County, Florida. Authorities also seized several pounds of meth and fentanyl. Delicious. Let me tell you something. Every time I'm about to go out rocket launchering shit, I make sure I do a fucking speedball, a hardcore speedball of blue glass meth and some fentanyl. Prosecutors accused one man, 31-year-old Richard Mormon, ooh, bad name, of having at least 2 fully functioning pipe bombs. The authorities were unsure what he planned to do with them. The United Aryan Brotherhood is, according to the Southern Property Law Center, unsure
what he planned to do with them? Who doesn't... You make a pipe bomb, it's quite apparent what you're gonna fucking do with it.
Well, it's a conversation piece. You leave it. You leave it on a table, so people are like, "Oh, what's that?" You're like, "Oh, well, I see you notice my."
You make the world's like most sketchy porno.
I see you notice my pipe bomb. Let me tell you all about my pipe bomb. This is my craft. Some people do macrame. I make pipe bombs.
I make IEDs.
That's right.
I call them pipe bombs.
I make explosive dildos. What do you do with your life?
That's
fucking tempt me. Don't tempt me. The United Aryan Brotherhood is, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, the nation's oldest prison-based white supremacist group. The Anti-Defamation League reported that Unforgiven is a Florida-based neo-Nazi prison group whose insignia consists of an interlocking iron cross and swastika with SS lightning bolts in the center. In May, 57 members of white supremacist groups in Texas, including the state's Aryan Brotherhood, were charged in a similar meth sting. See, that's the thing. And this is what you guys really got to take away from this article. Nothing says nothing like white supremacy and meth. Those two, star-crossed lovers that were meant to be together. There's nothing that says romance like proclaiming that your inbred, incestuous, backwoods fucking cousin fucking lifestyle is right up there with goddamn methamphetamine.
If you think your race is superior, you might be smoking gasoline.
Yeah,
just saying.
If you and your friends run around cosplaying and like IRL as the final bad guys in Breaking Bad, you're not doing it. You got to get a new hobby.
You're doing it wrong.
You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
You're just doing it wrong.
Are you keeping a tweaked out wigger like locked in a basement somewhere so that he can cook your methamphetamine for you? It's industrious.
Younger millennials, if you don't know what the term wigger means, that means white. Oh, okay.
It's a giant. It's a religious minority in China. Let's move on. But yeah,
that's the
no, I
answer.
mean, I saw that pop up today, and I'm like, a fucking rocket launcher.
Rocket launcher.
I mean, I can't wait. I mean, I'd love to be I'd love to be privy to some of those conversations. It's like, we're gonna get the race war started any day now, guys. As soon as my teeth stop vibrating. Yeah, that's
You know what I always
As soon as
wanted.
the ants stop crawling in my skin.
You know what I always wanted to try as far as a drug? Ketracel White.
That's a hell of a drug, Jeff. That's,
Yeah, I want some
Ketracel?
Ketracel White. Yeah.
It's this pretty intense shit. You can only ingest it by like basically giving yourself like one of those heart tubes you get when you go into fucking cancer treatments.
Well, I got desperate one night and I found a dude who I thought was a Vorta. I don't know. I was tripping pretty hard on some acid that night, and I choked him and I started screaming, "Give me some Ketracel White!" And he was like, "Sir, this is a library," and I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to mean, but I managed to get out of there okay. But still, Ketracel White eludes me.
Jeff, I think you might have been in the library.
You know what? That's hey, look, Larry Kubiak. Larry Kubiak with 100 fucking bones. Hey, chat, remember how I asked for your opinion? Not this time, motherfuckers. Weed cancer is here to stay. Enjoy this fine video.
Larry, don't ask for the internet's opinion. Just fucking give your opinion.
Oh, God, here we go. No. Okay. All right, let me...
I've got my circle open and I'm almost like...
I love you, Larry.
I know. I need to adjust our fucking shit for the fucking thing. The fucking and the fucking and the A, you know, A.
The mung jihad.
Dala bung 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 jing jing bung bung jing bung bung. Okay, so...
That sounds vaguely racist, could you not?
Hey, you know what? I'm not racist. You know what? Do you know how racist I am? This is actually very true.
What?
I'm not even lying. Like, you know, I am actually an Inuit supremacist, right?
An Inuit supremacist?
This is true. I am actually an Inuit supremacist.
So you think Eskimos are supreme?
That's racist.
No, I do. Well,
actually, apparently Eskimo isn't
I
racist.
said-
It's only racist to white people.
I said Inuit, I think.
Yeah, Inuits and Eskimos are the same fucking thing.
Oh boy.
Oh my God! Get educated, shitlord. Jesus.
Hey, I bought your fucking mug. Do I have to?
All right, it's that time again. Yeah, Q ratings right there. It's that time again, lads. You guys are ready for this shit? Are you ready? Oh, fuck me, deadly. All right, here we go.
I'm even full screening this shit.
Oh wow, no, this is not centered how I need it to be. Yeah, this is not centered even remotely. I need to shrink this a little bit.
There we go. What am I looking at? My circle? Am I looking
Yeah,
at?
my circle.
Oh, this Japanese thing I'm looking at?
Yeah.
He did say that. He did say he was bringing that weeb shit.
He did.
There's something I already know.
Larry doesn't fuck around, man.
I apologize if you hear a cat yelling in the background. There's nothing I can
Let the cat get
There's
laid.
literally
Jesus
nothing.
Christ. Let him.
do. No, he's
fuck.
just... If he's nowhere near my existence, like, he freaks out. Midnight is okay.
I wonder if anyone's gonna get sprayed with shit in this one.
Are we watching Maximum the Hormone again? Because, like,
Okay,
I'm down.
I have a theory. I think this is because I've kind of gotten to know Larry a little bit over the course of the past few months. I'm pretty sure that he was he put the first one out there and he just wanted to see me suffer from a shot because I think he knew what was gonna happen. Yeah. But in the meantime, while we've been doing this show, he's like, I'm gonna find some shit that's really gonna blow these motherfuckers' minds. And this is probably what he found.
Yeah, what do we got?
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Okay.
Looks like a couple chicks I went to high school with.
There was
So
3
here-
years of your life when this is what you saw when you looked in the mirror, wasn't it?
Here's the thing too. Like, I don't like anime, but I actually really do like Japanese culture. I like Japanese horror movies. I like Japanese TV. So I kind of do have an appreciation for this kind of stuff. But this is I don't know what's gonna happen. He says I didn't go too original with this one. I genuinely enjoy this. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's do it. Let's figure it out.
Yes.
Yes! Fuck yeah! Okay.
Oh, I love it.
I don't even want to pause it. I just want to keep
Oh,
going.
Gargles!
We have to though.
I know, but we have to.
Isn't that a
Otherwise,
bitch?
we're gonna get copy struck by PewDiePie.
But the only one who's allowed to put Japanese things on the internet.
That's right. That's right. Let's go. What? What?
Shut the fuck up. That actually looks like the guy from Maximum the Hormone.
私は日本語が少しわかります。でも
いや
まだ上手じゃありません。Yep. Alright.
することもできぬままずっと裏の裏は表だと信じきっている普通や一般といだの異常な正常者そんなまともな人々の
てめえ
将棋の沙汰に痛めつけられた結果はこれである
Yes!
If I'm a motherfucker Mediocre motherfucker Keep our mother
Okay, no, I'm definitely sensing that, like, System of a Down had a huge impact on Japanese music. I really, really feel that. I think that's definitely the thing.
This is very. It's got that like kind of circa '98, the System kind of feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, when System of a Down was so a little heavier.
Wait, okay.
Yeah, when they were.
Is this actually? Some people are saying this is Maximum the Hormone. Is this actually Maximum the
It
Hormone?
looks like the guys from Maximum the Hormone.
Okay.
It does. And it sounds like it. Yeah, that sounds like Maximum the Hormone to me.
It sounds like Maximum the Hormone, but
Yeah.
like,
I don't know.
Where's Anime Moon? Anime Moon, you know better than I do.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You're
for
more
sure.
of a wave than I am.
Oh,
at
it
this
is.
point.
It is. Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Good.
I'm loving the visual effects.
Oh my God, I hate that I have to pause this.
Even just the basic visuals to the video, though, I'm really loving it.
Yeah, no, they're pretty
From all
good.
around the world.
Okay, this is pretty fucking good. Yeah.
That's all we needed for pauses.
Yeah. No, I just recognize that dude's face. Like, it's definitely Maximum the Hormone. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Okay. Is this another one of those videos with Maximum Hormone where they're like, metal?
It's just gonna be like,
Tomati no yamate, tomapi no tonton senpai.
Now it's a motivational ballad.
Yeah. Go team. We have to.
No, it goes from the most metal thing you can imagine to like a Japanese version of Say Anything.
Team, we've got to beat the playoffs. All right, we've got our underdog. We gotta beat those mid-city fucks at the football game. Let's go.
Defeat Chester Cineberg.
Yes, please.
Oh, God, where are my headphones go?
Oh, my balls. Oh, my balls.
Okay,
my balls.
hold on. Whoa, okay.
Fan yourselves. Collect yourselves, everybody. Collect
A
yourselves.
moment.
Collect yourselves.
All right, you know what? Here we go. Here's Captain Planet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
headbang with Captain Planet.
It'll be alright.
Skeet, ska. Just kill the man. Put a gun again. I don't know. Pausing because we have to. Pausing for a second, and
This is critique.
yeah, it's transformative in nature. YouTube. Whoa, Jabberwocky. That dude looks like fucking Mongolian and shit. He doesn't really look like...
Oh my god, we got Nick to headbang for a second.
We did. We actually got Nick to be animated for a moment, and he wasn't just like a limp, lifeless
Holy
dick.
Shit.
Next step, dabbing.
Are you okay?
Wait for it. Take a breath.
It's a breakdown, motherfucker.
Oh god, it's suddenly going like all Suicide Club or something.
What are you doing up there?
Pro tip, if you guys don't know what the Suicide Club is, that's a movie where a bunch of chicks got together and threw themselves in front of a fucking train.
Oh my god.
Down, you are a shifted Burger King.
So, Suicide Club is, hang on a second.
It's only the first, 5 minutes of that movie.
No. You're absolutely right. But the thing is,
the first 5 minutes of that movie.
Hang on. I want to make sure I get the director's name proper.
Stop the ass.
Sion Sono. The
They were
director's...
trying to actually point out a serious problem that was happening in Japan at the time.
They were. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
No, for real. They absolutely were. Here, let's, so this is a movie. This is an amazing movie. If you've never seen this movie, you need to check it out. It's called Suicide Club, 2001.
Yeah.
Sion Sono.
Don't pay attention to Detective Pikachu up there. Don't.
Shut up. No, stop it. Sion Sono, though, what's fantastic about this guy, he's made a few movies, here and there, that sort of thing. If I'm not mistaken, Sion Sono, he actually got his break directing Japanese gay porno. I'm pretty sure that was the Japanese director who did hardcore Asian
the
horror.
weirdest thing about Japan is that even though they really super censor all of their pornography, they actually aren't that secretive about their pornography.
To them, over here, a taboo is something you do or you get involved with, and then the shame comes from everyone around you. In Japan, taboo, the shame is supposed to come from yourself. That's where you are the one who beats
it's
yourself
cultural,
up.
really.
Yeah. It's an interesting thing though, because you take if you look at a lot of Asian cinema. I mean, if you get your you always think of people think of the chop sake shit. But when you look at Japanese cinema, you go back to the classics like Seven Samurai, or you look at the modern shit they do, and it's like everything else they do. They insist on getting it absolutely perfect. And when it comes to the more modern cinema, the way they actually tackle topics, and it's like they pack as much conceivable mind fuck into an otherwise flawlessly smooth package for you to just digest easily. And then when you're like dwelling on it, like, what the fuck did I just watch?
I recommend anybody who is anybody, like, if you enjoy film, watch Japanese B movies. They are amazing.
So thank you very much. Thank you very much to Larry Kubiak for our weeb moment. Pretty fantastic.
I always appreciate that.
Giovanna Liviana says tonight's Liviana is brought to you by lasagna cinque formaggi, made by her earlier and finished off just now. Fantastic.
Five cheese.
I gotta say, I think Larry is turning me back into my like weeb roots that I love. He's saying each of the killers stole my shit. You know what? Here's the thing. Real talk, Larry.
Each of the killers good.
Real talk. Takashi Miike, that motherfucker's my jam. That's my jam. That's my fucking bread and potatoes right there. I swear to Christ, man.
Killer is really good, but they should have stopped after the second movie.
Adam Kim asks in the chat, there's a Japanese B movie?
Yes.
Kind of. Takashi Miike, like, most people are going to be like, okay, Each of the Killer, sure, good movie. Audition, sure, good movie. Yeah. You want to get on my level. There are two movies, Takashi Miike movies, you got to get on my level with. First and foremost is Happiness is a Katakuris. What happened was at this one convention, somebody said, Miike-sama, you are a master. You are a master of ultraviolence and a master of the horror genre, but you are not a maestro of the cinema because you can only do certain things. Miike-sama says, fuck you. Like, oh, well, I dare you, make a musical family comedy. And he said, fuck you! And so he did. He made Happiness the Katakuris, which is basically Smith Family Robinson meets the Power Rangers meets Dawn of the Dead. And it's one of the most amazing movies I've ever seen in my life!
I have to check that one out.
And on top of that...
to bring it back around, though, sometimes some of the best reasons to live is out of spite.
It's true. It's true. And on top of that, the best Miike movie ever is still Visitor Q, because Visitor Q is quite possibly one of the most disturbing fucking movies I've ever seen in my life. It's incredible. Addy Monster says, I was expecting all this anti-Chingalese racism. I wasn't aware you were a bunch of filthy, hateful shitlords. I would like my dollar back, please. I cannot support this. I just can't. Such shame, much dishonor. And then a bunch of Japanese kanji. And then also...
I don't know what to tell you, Addy, you fucking filthy spinnaker.
And then, again, sent us a bunch of kanji. Here's the thing, though, Addy. I can't copy that. And I can't translate it. So I have no idea what you just sent me. I've been trying...
Spinnaker's not actually a racial epithet. It just sounds like it.
I've been trying...
It's not actually...
I've been trying to copy this to put it into Google Translate. And because of the way that Streamlabs works... I literally cannot copy your message and find out what the fuck you just said. I don't know.
Addy, DM me that on any way that you possibly can. I'll throw it in a translate somewhere.
People.
I'm sure I recognize a couple of
one
characters.
Canuck says, "I'm like an egg, white on the outside, yellow on the inside." That's damn right.
That's kind of racist.
Oh. That's a little racist.
All right, let's
Me
get
dressed like a fucking panda trying to...
let's get the last of our news out of the way.
Well, yeah. Wait a second. Shit. What's that?
Jim Acosta.
Oh yeah. Well, that was just
yeah. Hey, let's do this Jim one Acosta. Really super fast. Hey, look. So Jim Acosta from CNN went to the White House. He started asking Trump a bunch of questions, and Trump got super ass butt mad, and then he tried to get this young lady to like take his shit away, and Jim Acosta was like, "Oh, fuck you, bitch!" He fucking cruddy chopped her in the neck, and he kept trying to ask questions, and they took away his multipass, and now a judge is like, "No, you got to give back Corbin Dallas's multipass," and now Jim Acosta's going back to the White House.
That was actually oh yeah, but I mean, strangely enough, I know Fox News actually was like backing CNN I mean, not not the true Trumpers like Hannity and stuff. But yeah, Fox News was like, yeah, it's fucked. It's like we don't exist to keep the to make the president feel good. Struck us a little mushroom dick. So that was the last news item. Then we got something actually really.
Did you guys see Jim Acosta just lay that bitch out, man? It was amazing.
Oh god, dude, that was like watching a Conor McGregor fight. I mean, at least if you were like, I didn't actually see it. It was
like One Punch Man, like.
I just listened to Paul Joseph Watson talk about it, and then I watched James O'Keefe talk about it. So I figure, it had to be some like serious like Undertaker throwing mankind off the top of the cage kind of shit.
In Hell in the Cell. That's right. That's right. That chick
Addie
died.
Addie sent me the kanji.
Oh yeah, what does it say?
Was watashi wa orai desu, which is I am a big laugh in English, which means probably just LOL, really. I am a big laugh in English.
I am a big laugh in English.
I am a big laugh.
Yeah. Now this, so we got through the news. We actually did it, everybody. Congratulations. Pat yourselves on the back. Oh, I fucking killed Jeff. Oh, never mind. Oh, we almost made it.
So we murdered Jeff.
Well, I think Jim Acosta did it. Jim heard Jeff had a mic.
All right, so Jim Acosta murdered Jeff.
Yeah, this is official canon news now. This is official news.
We might have to contact somebody.
Yeah.
Do we contact CNN or?
I think we need to contact Sarah Huckabee Sanders first.
Okay,
so
we gotta talk to
character witness. She knows that Acosta is a raging violent psychopath.
A raging violent psychopath.
He's yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. Like, apparently you could just go beating up White House interns and murdering late night hosts, and you can get your fucking press pass back.
I mean, and you're not even like relevant late night hosts like Jeff.
Yeah, we're talking like sub tier, fucking like not even like not
nobody
even, like,
nobody knows who the fuck this guy is.
Nobody watched his fucking show. Oh my god,
show.
Oh my god, he's back from the dead. We thought Jim Acosta murdered you, Jeff.
Well, no, he tried. Jim Acosta, came up, he grabbed my nuts, he slapped me in the face, he spit in my mouth, and he was like, I only like whores who are dirty. And I'm like, Jim Acosta, no. But then I just immediately ejaculated, and he was like, that's all I wanted, and he just walked away. And so now I'm back, I'm
gonna give you props.
So you didn't have to fuck him in the butt?
I'm gonna give you props too for keeping the fact that you got a microphone in here, mum. Because if you knew that, he'd just like kick the side of your fucking garage down, go try to steal that shit straight away from you.
Dude, the dude's a map. Look at this motherfucker. He looks like he looks like he could jump kick God. I mean, fuck my life and fuck my asshole, like Jim Acosta. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure he was the first. Before they got Bruce Willis, they were looking at him for the Death Wish remake. But
true.
Now this next thing. This is the segment now called, and now for something completely different. This was something I found on Twitter today, which I did find just really genuinely amazing. So if you're not aware, what's the title of the film again? The Freddie Mercury. Yeah, Bohemian Rhapsody has come out, and there's some people saying, there's some people saying, like, there's a lot of people saying most of the consensus is that it's a great film. There's some people being nitpicky, saying, oh, well, this isn't true to facts, and other people who are saying, no, it's true, it's not true to facts, and it's telling the legend of Freddie Mercury in exactly the right way. But a Twitter user by the name of, let me bring it over here,
Moment of Mercury.
Moment of Mercury. No. Moment of Mercury is the one who put it. This was actually put together by at This Game Is Easy, and just to see what when you want to talk about fucking historical accuracy, let's take a look at this comparative video.
Now you guys are not going to be able to hear it because Nick keeps forgetting that unless we're using YouTube and My Circle. So you guys are not going to be able to hear this, but I and the audience are going to be able to hear it. So here we go.
You can at least see.
Yeah, it's just.
Of course, you gotta remember, it's a film, so there's going to be, like, camera angle differences.
Yeah,
pay attention to, like, mannerisms.
This is from the historical Live Aid performance. So.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now, like, the only thing that bothered me about the Bohemian Rhapsody film was that it ended at 1985 and then was like, oh, he died.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, so let's spoilers.
I like how they're using also a really shitty cam copy, but that's all we got right now. If you have not gone to the theaters,
I pirated it.
We'll be watching.
You haven't seen it.
and it's so in the bottom right. Here, let me try and make this a little bit bigger for you guys too.
See if we can blow it up a bit.
Yeah. In the bottom right is the original footage, and above it is the movie.
Yeah,
It's so close.
the amount of
Well, from my understanding from news interviews, Randy said that this was the first thing they shot.
How the fuck? Oh my god! If that's the case, my respect for Rami is I mean, like, I love the guy as an actor to begin with, but if like he walked on set in the first day of
he didn't even understand why he was cast for this.
Yeah,
Rami Malek looks so much like fucking Freddie. It's insane.
And
especially after 6.
If that's your first day of fucking photography, though, is doing the Live Aid concert, like, okay.
Yeah, it was the first day of shooting. They're like, yeah, no, like, here's you got to like do the dancing and the singing and all that, like, as far as like, the prep work. And here you go, let's do this shot. Like, here we go.
I like how you guys can't hear it, but like you guys just keep talking over it anyway. Even though I'm trying to play it for the audience, it's cool.
It's one of the least best, like,
Nick does it to me all the time.
True, I do.
Yeah, so I love talking to him.
Too beautiful, too beautiful. This is amazing, amazing. Are you talking about the Transformers sequel? What?
No, I'm saying in an age where we get Transformers 100 and Avengers 95, when you get people trying to make this kind of story, like, I don't know, Mel, you've seen it. I mean, and Jeff, yeah, have you seen it? Have you seen it, Jeff?
Let me see what.
Have you seen
Did
Bohemian
you see
Rhapsody?
Bohemian Rhapsody?
No, I haven't yet.
I'm kind of curious how this would stack up to Val Kilmer's The Doors film.
Because I
haven't seen the Doors film, but the Bohemian Rhapsody, I loved it.
I'm a Queen super fan, and I have not gotten a chance to see it yet. It does actually bother me a lot, but I've just been way too busy. But I am. It
made me want to hug Freddie.
Well, yeah.
I wanted to hug him.
Freddie was incredible. He was an incredible human being.
I wanted to love him forever. I felt so bad.
Well, the thing, too, is, like, you got to keep in mind Who Wants to Live Forever, which is one of their most iconic songs of all time. When he recorded it, and every single time he performed it live and on the music video, if you go and you look up the song Who Wants to Live Forever by Queen, he already knew he had AIDS. So
yeah,
when you're listening to him sing that song, that is the voice of a man who knows he's gonna die. That is the voice of a dead man, who a dead man fucking walking, and it's a haunting experience once you realize that, and to listen to the power that he puts behind his voice is just. It's powerful. And it's monumental.
If you see the film Bohemian Rhapsody, like, without giving away too much, especially at the point where they're doing the Live Aid concert, that is absolutely portrayed, like, right before the Live Aid concert, right before they go to do this bit, because it's toward the, like, it is very much stressed. Like, he knows what's going on. and he's putting all of himself in this performance.
He's on
because
borrowed
he knows
time
exactly
at that
what's
point.
going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, like I said, my whole bitch was like, this is toward the end, and this was at 1985, and he didn't die until like what, 91?
90.
There was like a whole bunch of
92, 93, something like that. Yeah, it's really,
there was
really
like a
early
whole bunch of Queen that happened after that point, guys.
Yeah, it was very melancholy stuff too. Giovanna Liviana says Inuyasha is the best anime ever. No, a love story,
garbage.
a love story that defies the bounds of time. And Cinque is pronounced Chinque. No. But no,
Spell it.
Inuyasha was awful. No,
Inuyasha is garbage.
Like, here's the thing. I was excited about Inuyasha because it's done by the same people who did Ranma 1/2, and I'm like, cool, Ranma 1/2 was great.
Ranma was great. Yeah.
And Inuyasha was great for the first 30 episodes, and then it was shit.
Yeah.
And it sucked.
Yeah, fucking Nataku never dies. They just keep breaking that crystal in several pieces. There is no point to any of it other than Inuyasha, Kagome, Inuyasha, Kagome for 100 episodes. That's all that is.
Hrothgar the Dane says, if you like Happiness of the Katakuris, it was based on a Korean film, The Quiet Family. It is too awesome and you should check it out. Cheers. Dude, okay, you know what? Now you have my attention. Okay, Korean film, The Quiet... The Quiet Family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up. I am absolutely gonna look that up. Adimasa says... Yeah, Adimasa says, don't listen to Giovanna. Inuyasha is a middle school fangirl who never showers tear trash. Rumiko Takahashi's worst work. They never kill Sesshomaru, and every single character is annoying as fuck aside from the sexual predator priest. Watch Ranma instead.
Sesshomaru is the best character in that whole
Sesshomaru was alright. Yeah, he was okay. Although, I didn't know the priest in Inuyasha was a sex predator.
Nataku?
Yeah.
Basically a sex predator, yes. Just pay attention. That's all you
I
gotta
don't know. It's weeb shit, dude. I can't pay attention that much to weeb shit. But anyway, let's get some viral cringe going on here. Some viral cringe. Last little section of the night before we're gonna say goodnight. Go ahead.
I'm just kind of happy because, like, in my search for cringe from the week, this is the cringiest thing I could find. Which it's more
bad.
horrible and cringy. Basically,
it's super
Hillary.
bad.
Yeah, Hillary says she's gonna run in 2020.
Oh.
Yeah.
Two-time Democratic presidential candidate and known vampire Hillary Clinton will mount a third bid for the White House.
Pokemon, go fuck yourself, Democratic Party.
Yeah. Mark Penn wrote an op-ed published Sunday by the Wall Street Journal predicting that the former First Lady and Secretary of State is readying a Hillary 4.0 because, you know, the best thing about a rudderless sailboat, it goes wherever the fucking wind blows it. In a journal, the editorial op-ed Penn, an advisor and pollster for the Clintons between 1995 and 2008. Get a new job, dickhead. And former New York City politician Andrew Stein, get new friends. Wrote in a 2020 run, Clinton would reinvent herself as a liberal firebrand. Yeah.
All right.
Doubt.
Yeah,
Press F for doubt.
Yeah. The twice failed president candidate would not, quote, let a little thing like 2 stunning defeats stand in the way of her claim to the White House. She has a claim. It's like, I put up with my husband. I put up with my husband getting blown by fat chicks in that house for 8 fucking years. I deserve a chance to get my wrinkled ass fucking, my little butthole tickled by...
You know what? My piece of shit husband got blowed by a fucking Jewish intern for way too long for me to not be president.
There we go. If you really want to shore up a solid voting bloc, Hillary, just do an interview on the Daily Stormer. They're really gonna need the revenue soon.
And try to make that picture of you in a moon disappear, because grandma.
Yeah.
Take your meds.
Clinton's surprise loss to President Donald Trump in 2016 sent shockwaves through the Democratic Party, but didn't surprise anybody who wasn't a fucking Democrat. But Penn and Stein write that 2 years of hand-wringing and reflection, as well as some denial on Clinton's part, will strengthen Clinton and put her in the best position. Wait, 2 years of hand-wringing and denial is what's going to strengthen her case in 20 fuck me dead. Though the duo did not offer an outline for how Clinton will improve her dismal standing in the Midwest or anywhere fucking else for that matter, or move past the scandals that plagued her in 2016, such as manipulating the party in the primary so that she could be the anointed one and then never campaigning for any down ticket races, resulting in a landslide victory for their opponent simply because she thought that people would actually like her just slightly more than Donald Trump. Expect Hillary 4.0 to come out swinging. I swear to Christ, this sounds like a Skype update to me.
Somebody... Now, okay, I'm not saying this. I'm not. But if she were to mysteriously suffer from a stroke
again
or a heart attack of some sort, I'm not saying do anything, but I'm saying
they just hatch another pod and they'd release another one into the wild with the uploaded memories of the last one. That's how Democrats operate.
Fuck, that is how Democrats operate.
Yeah. I love this though. It's like Penn and Stein offer. This is the state of Democrats in this day and age. They think this is a good thing to offer to the public to chew on. Penn and Stein offer a scathing criticism of other expected Democratic candidates, writing that Clinton, quote, will not allow this humiliating loss at the hands of an amateur to end the story of her career.
It's over. It's been over. It's over. It's over.
I don't allow police to issue me traffic citations after they've pulled me over for doing something wrong in traffic. But they end up doing it anyway. And that, while another run would likely infuriate Senate Democrats looking to have a future of relevance in the country, the two authors wrote that White House hopefuls in the chamber fumbled moments like the Kavanaugh confirmation as if they were bumbling amateurs. If there's one person who knows how to just lay blame on somebody without offering really any evidence at all, and then just expect their clout to carry them through on it, it's Hillary fucking Clinton. Now, news that Clinton might try to take on President Donald Trump again elicited cheers from the White House. Counselor to the president, Kellyanne Conway, said on Sunday, retweeting reports on Penn and Stein's assertions, adding, "Dear God, please, yes."
Yes, because here's the thing. If Hillary Clinton fucking tries to run for president again and she manages using all of her influence in her corporatized dog shit fucking Democrat positioning to eck out every other fucking contender in the Democratic Party and instead run again, we will have 4 more years of Trump no matter what. Guaranteed.
Yes, absolutely.
And like all those people who are like, well, it wasn't really Hillary's fault that Donald Trump won. Okay, fine. Maybe you have a point. But if she does it this time, it will be her fault. It will be her fault. Hillary, put it down. Put it down.
If we
just
have
stop.
4 more years of Donald Trump, all of you people who say that it wasn't actually Hillary's fault, she didn't actually fuck Bernie over in the primaries, it was the third-party voters' fucking fault, which I love hearing that shit.
Oh my god.
All those waves of greens.
Kill yourself.
Corporatized middle of the road fucking Democrats are the main reason why there was absolutely no voter pressure to try and upseat Donald Trump. Like even somebody who's a hardcore liberal like me, I would not vote for fucking Hillary. My vote didn't matter ultimately because I live in a blue state. But it just honestly doesn't matter. What you have to do is you have to target the swing states. And when you have somebody like Hillary fucking Clinton, you're not going to fucking win. You're not. Just put it to bed. Stop it. Get some help.
There was a bit more to it than
the most
that.
unlikable person on the planet.
It wasn't even the unlikability thing. Like, every political analyst, like, serious one, not just, like, whatever dipshits got their fandom in order, but they all said that the real reason that, like, Hillary lost in the way she did was because she didn't actually campaign. She, like, her campaign, her entire campaign was an exercise in hubris. She believed
I should be president.
Yeah,
but the majority of Hillary's campaign was, "Look at me, I'm Hillary Clinton."
Well, it wasn't just that, no, but like when she did that, it was always big events full of big money donors, big ad buys. But when it came down to it, like the strength of a top ticket candidate in that sense generally comes in how they actually not only campaign for themselves, but galvanize and mobilize the voter base. And that's another big reason that there was a huge red wave in 2016. It's not because the Republicans were out there offering great ideas, and it's not as some dumb fuck YouTubers might like to assert, because the SJWs needed to get some medicines. It was the simple fact that, like, the lower ticket Democrats were desperately campaigning, trying their best to actually do what they could. Meanwhile, Hillary was just sort of cruising around in, jet setting at meeting with millionaires and billionaires. Never campaigning with or for anyone, never actually making genuine on-the-road stops. And then when she did it, she got so tired she had a stroke.
I've been watching the chat, and like this is not the first time tonight. It's actually happened for the past couple of years, or a couple of hours now. Okay, so I do believe at this point, if our options are Hillary, there is actually somebody who could probably unseat Donald Trump. I really do. I do. I think there is somebody who could unseat Donald Trump. The Rock. I do. He's a celebrity. He's a celebrity.
What? I smell what The Rock is cooking.
He's a reality TV star. Donald Trump is a reality TV star. Why not get a fucking movie star in? Get the fucking Rock in there, man. Get the fucking Rock in there, and people will fucking vote for him, and he'll be president.
Smacketh down on the Middle East.
Yeah, he will raise the people's eyebrow and shatter trade deals. But
this is why I want to live in a
he is Samoan and African American. He's touching on all diversity spectrum.
Absolutely. Disenfranchised voters in the American bloc, and also African American, another disenfranchised voters bloc. He's likable. He's positive.
Who the fuck talks about Samoans?
Who the fuck is going to vote against The Rock? What kind of a fucking cuck piece of shit is going to vote against The Rock? I've not forgotten about the Reagan administration. That's why I think this could work. Because Ronald Reagan was a cowboy.
It's The Rock.
He was a movie star. He was a movie star for cowboy movies. But I'm saying that if our politics has devolved to the point where we're actually wanting to hire celebrities into the highest office of the land, we could do a lot worse than The Rock.
He'll go to Saudi Arabia and he'll do the fucking people's elbow on the fucking.
What kind of cuck piece of shit is gonna choose Donald Trump over The Rock as president?
Rock.
I'd like to take this opportunity here in front of this nice, massive audience of ours, though, to announce my own campaign. It's called Bus 2020. Get me out of here. Yeah, that's right. I want to be able to just pull off into some bit of private property that hopefully no one will catch me on, and wait for the whole thing to blow over.
All right.
And he might get to talk to The Rock.
Catch up.
Rock will show up.
Let's catch up with Streamlabs. Giovanna Liviana says, "Fight me, Inuyasha rules. Don't at me. I was already out of grad school before it ever came on." That's fair.
Fuck off. No, Inuyasha's garbage. Fight me.
One Canuck says, "How do we get from Queen to Weeb?" It just happens, dude. It just happens. You gotta go with it. Addy Monster says, "I would rather vote for my own left testicle, probably than Hillary Clinton." Agreed. Myself. Giovanna Liviana says, everybody who wants a real life leftist for president, vote green and tell the Democratic Party to go fuck yourself.
Nope.
I'm half on board. Jill Stein with green, she's got the right idea, but the problem is she's anti-nuclear, and nuclear power is actually very good.
Yeah.
And she's anti-GMO.
And she wants us to pay reparations for slavery.
The only reason why I voted for her was because she was batshit crazy.
Yeah, she is batshit crazy.
Right.
I've had a phone conversation.
Reason I voted for her.
Really lovely woman. I've spoken to her like person to person.
Yeah, she's great.
Times.
She seems like a sweet individual, but she's crazy.
Crab90 says, "I would like to see a fight between Tulsi Gabbard and Nikki Haley. Tulsi Gabbard would fuck her up. Are you kidding me?" Giovanna Liviana.
Bikinis and mud, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. Giovanna Liviana says, "George Carlin, Hunter S. Thompson, 2020. That would be pretty good. Pretty good."
And it's like two sides of my personality.
I don't know necromancy yet.
Yeah, That's basically no. You know what? That's basically future versions of myself and running for office.
Basically, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Our
I don't know who's who.
our last little bit for tonight. We have a bit of a send off.
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the last message of a pioneer, a man who brought joy to hundreds of millions, if not billions, of people throughout the world.
Generations,
and his message, his art, his storytelling will echo on forever. I hope forever. We're gonna look at one of the last videos that was ever recorded with Stan Lee.
We got, again, the fans love your sense of humor, and you know, it's...
Well, it's an equal love fest, because I love my fans. I cannot tell you how much I love my fans. They, sometimes at night I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, what's it all about, you know? And then I get a letter from a fan, or I read something, or I see something, or I remember something, and I realize it's so lucky to have fans who really care about you. And that's the reason I care so much about the fans, because they make me feel so great. And there's something, if you think about it, that is wonderful about somebody caring about you as I care about them, whom you've never met, who may live in another part of the world, but they care, and you have something in common, and occasionally you contact each other. And this business of fans, I think, is terrific. And I love them all.
Absolute legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Stan Lee, from the sad news that we got earlier this night about a Twitter user who took their life, to all the horrible things that can happen in the world, if there's one thing that you can take away from this tonight, from this show, and that I would like to impress upon you, is that even in the times when you don't believe in yourself, Stan Lee, he believed in you. He believed in you, and he believed that you could be a hero just as much as all the heroes he created for you to enjoy. And to some extent, he's all of our grandpa. And he's a wonderful fucking man. And R.I.P. and pepperonis, Stan Lee. You wonderful, wonderful fucking man.
God speed, you crazy bastard.
Anime Moon says, who here wants to hear a retelling of the original Thanksgiving tale, but it ends in cannibalism? Sounds fantastic. Addy Monster says, Excelsior! You know what? Let's get some F's in the chat for respect to Stan Lee, and also F means Excelsior tonight. Let's see those fucking F's spammed up in the chat. Let's see some F's for this fucking adorable cat. Pinkies up, my friends. Pinkies up. Much love to the Moon Juice. Much love to the fucking Saints fan. Much love to all of you crazy.
Lots of happy reasons to live and stay alive. But if you can't find any, remember there's spite. And if spite fails to work out, just listen to Stan Lee talk to people. That's all you need.
That's all you need, man. That's all you need. Because life sucks. Life sucks.
Sometimes.
Life sucks sometimes. Life can be pretty shit.
Life sucks. Read a comic book.
But at least Stan Lee, he believed
We had
in
a Stan Lee. We had this universe. You can be the fucking biggest nihilist on the face of the fucking planet. But when you come down to it and you realize like it's the same universe that produced fucking like Hitler and Stalin and Mao also produced fucking Stan Lee.
We had a Stan Lee. We had a David Bowie. We had
Freddie Mercury.
We had Freddie Mercury.
And you know what? Stan Lee loved you, and we love you, and we will see you back here next week on YouTube on Friday at 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you on Wednesdays on Twitch. Link in the description. We love you. Stan Lee loves you. And space aliens like hardcore music too. So fuck off. And good night, everybody. Good night. Eat my ass.